Society. Remember to book ahead.
Para sa inyong kuro-kuro opinyon at katanungan, tawag lang sa 1-834-100. 1-834-100. Pwede ring i-text, WhatsApp, or Viber sa 6641-8811. 6641-8811. O di kaya pwede rin sa aming messenger, PTSHK. That's PTSHK. Isama na rin nyo ang aming email, ptshk1044@gmail.com. ptshk1044@gmail.com. Siya nga pala, check nyo na rin ang aming Facebook community page, facebook.com/PinoyTayoSanman.
Balik po tayo sa ating programa. No? Sabi ni Tian Rose Regalado, ano sabi niya?
Yeah. Good evening, Kuya Mike. Ask ko lang, if sasama ako ni Amo papuntang Europe, need pa po ba ask ng consent or any documents from consulate?
No, if your employer brings you anywhere, it is the requirement of the employer. Okay? It is the requirement of the employer to get your visa. So yung consent forms na yun, whatever application, whatever amount that you're supposed to be paying, amo nyo po may responsibilidad. The consulate does not have anything to do with it.
Unless ikaw yung magta-travel mag-isa mo for leisure, then ikaw yun.
That's yours. No? Si
Si
Marlot Ferval, ano sabi niya dito?
Sabi niya, good. If fully vaccinated at negative sa swab test, wala nang quarantine upon arrival. Swab test agad. If nega, uwi agad sa pamilya. I think this is the news that we were asking about pa.
So let me make this clear, because there was a statement again by the government recently, which was yesterday.
Yes.
Actually, nanonood po ako ng TV Patrol nung kagabi. And this was what came out.
Breaking news.
Let me just read this.
Sige, go.
Ang sabi dito, just in, which was yesterday, Philippines will no longer require fully vaccinated Filipinos from doing facility-based quarantine after arriving from abroad if they test negative in RT-PCR test 3 days before arrival in the Philippines. Okay? So, which means yung 3 days na yon is an actual 72 hours. Ito yung ginagawa natin normally sa ating mga kababayan who's leaving the Philippines coming into Hong Kong. Diba? So, ganun yon. Ito ay ayon sa presidential spokesperson na si Harry Roque. Okay. Ang gandang intindihin. Okay? This may apply, let me just make that clear. This may apply to residents.
Okay.
Okay? Meaning, hindi OFW. Meaning, residente ng Pilipinas na professionals. Non-OFW. Kaya nga, ang ginawa ko, I sent this message to Congen. Di ba? At ang sagot ni Congen dito, we have actually yet to receive the actual instruction. This should apply all if totoo. Now, there's a dito. Kumbaga, nasa thin line po siya. Bakit ko sinasabi ito? I'm happy if it is really for everyone.
Yes.
So lahat ho kayo makakauwi na. Mas madali.
Yes.
The only situation here is OFW. Okay? Let's go to this very clearly. Kung kayo'y uuwi, tingnan niyo po ito ha. Kung kayo po ay regular citizen ng Pilipinas na uuwi, hindi po kayo OFW.
Tayo.
So the only thing we gotta do is to go home, go straight to a certain location, which is our home, right? And then from there, wait to a certain period. O so, syempre, dito muna, magpi-PCR test muna ako 3 days prior. So ako rin magbabayad nun. Correct? Then, that certificate, I show it to the airline. And then from there, kung okay na siya, then I take it. Okay? And then leave. Ito ngayon yung tanong dyan. Paano kung OFW po kayo? Because you're not responsible. Number one, wala ho kayong responsibilidad. 'Di ba? Ako po kayo ng OWA.
OWA.
Okay. So, paano ho yun? Just an example. Umuwi ako. Pag landing ko, ang last point of destination ko is, let's say, sabihin ko na, Bacolod. San ho kami igagather nun? You get it? Diba? Saan ho kami igagather nun? So, ibig sabihin ba nito na yung kamag-anak ko pwede na akong pick upin? Kung let's say, I belong or I stay within Luzon, pwede na ako magpa-pick up?
Parang labo.
Diba?
Diba?
So, kinakailangan si DJ Jin, dahil relative ko siya,
Dadayuhin ko ang ano.
dadayuhin niya ngayon ng Metro Manila, mula siya sa, sabihin nyo,
Bacolod.
La Union. Hindi, sabihin mo
La
na,
Union.
bahin na lang natin, La Union na lang.
Oo.
Kung nasa Luzon ako ha,
Oo.
so dadayuhin siya. Kukuha siya ng permit para sunduin ako.
kayo.
Right? So ito ba automatic na yon from here, LGU ka na? Kasi OWA's responsibility kayo. Kasi ang nilagay dito, Philippine citizen eh. Pero tandaan nyo po, there's two types of Filipino citizens. The non-OFW and the OFW.
Yes.
So, yun ba, isahan na lang. So, pag uwi nyo, wala na ho kayong ang OWA, wala na pong responsibilidad sa inyo. Tingnan nyo po ito. Wala na pong responsibilidad sa inyo. So, lahat kayo, ako nyo lahat.
Oh my.
So, kunyari, like as I said, kung last destination ko, Bacolod, OFW ako, I have to pay for my plane ticket.
Shocking.
Correct? Kasi kung OWA, kung member ka ng OWA at OFW ka, hinahatid ka from point A, di ba? Amo mong bumili ng ticket. Pag landing mo ng NAIA, they will not release you until you reach your point of destination. Yun ang mabigat dun. Saan ka ngayon pupulutin dun?
Question.
Kung let's say nagkataon na puno na yung flight going to Bacolod, as a regular Philippine citizen, I will have to find a place to stay until mabook ko yun. Kasi booking ko yun eh, di ba?
Yes.
To go to Bacolod eh.
Oo.
It's my booking. So before I leave here, kailangan naka-book na siya all the way. Para wala na ako sakit ng ulo.
Yes.
Eh, paano kayo? Kung nagkataon na puno na yung flight na yun, kasi hindi naman regular yung flight. So, saan ho kayo lalagi? Sa airport? Until the next flight? Kung matatandaan nyo po, sa kasagsagan po ng pandemya sa atin sa Pilipinas, kasagsagan ha, ng pandemya sa Pilipinas, ano po nangyari? Yung mga gustong umuwi ng probinsya mula sa Maynila mismo, dahil wala na silang trabaho eh, gaano katagal sila nagantay?
Grabe.
Nalala mo yon?
Naalala ko yun.
Yung iba, gustong kumuha ng barko dahil wala na silang masakyan ng eroplano, punong-punuan na. Saan sila natulog? Sa bangketa.
Sa ilalim ng tulay.
Sa ilalim ng tulay, inaantay nila yung pagbukas na naman nung
Next na flight.
yung next na flight or yung next na pagdaong ng bagong barkong dumating, sakay sila, papauwi ng probinsya. Yun lang yun. Di ba?
Oo.
Kaya ngayon yung ano ko eh. Yun nga yung concern ko eh. Again, it's not about saying na hindi ako at ease sa gobyerno natin. But every time our government releases a statement,
Wala silang...
it's always double-edged sword siya eh. Kasi hindi natin maintindihan eh. Playing safe, nasa gitna sila. Sabi nga ni dito, no?
Kuya
Ni Jonathan, no? Ano sabi niya?
Pero po, ang DOH po ayaw.
Oh, you
Actually, I had a friend na nagsabi nga,
Mm.
apparently, one of the Kes said that headline.
Oo.
And then the other Ke did not even approve it.
So,
So,
ito na ngayon yung sinasabi natin, di ba? So, for people who want to go home,
ano nga eh? Paano nga eh?
exactly.
Saan nga eh?
Di ba? Saan kayo lalagay? Sa kanila, it's easy. Kasi nandun sila eh.
Oh.
Maganda yung tirahan nila sa bahay.
They're...
They're always assisted by people who are working under them. Paano ang isang OFW? Paano yung isang OFW? How do you put that into his or her situation? Tingnan niyo po ito.
Hirap, man.
Now, hindi nyo na kayang ganun, ito ba yung gusto nyong gawin? You put them in a gray area dahil hindi nyo na kayang sustentuhan yung pag-uwi ng OFW. So, gawin natin, kumbaga, parang ano nga yung sinasabi nila throw them to the sharks. Bayaan mo na silang lumangoy kung saan sila pupunta. I don't want to sound blunt, but yun po yung sitwasyon.
Yep, pretty much, to be honest.
Yes. Di ba? Dati hindi requirement yung PCR test na 72 hours mula dito. Correct? Dati, kailangan requirement mo lang face mask, face shield. Okay ka na. Now, you have to take a PCR test 3 days prior. Paano kung 3 days prior na yun? Sinong babayad nun? Amo ba? O ikaw? Right? So, these are things that we have to really understand. Don't give us vague press releases.
Oh, at saka, please mag-consolidate kayo ng information na i-release ninyo.
What's funny thing is, sabi mo nga, DJ Jin, yung sinabi ng isang ke at yung sinabi ng isang ke,
Magkataliwas.
Di ba?
It's contradictory.
Taliwas talaga siya. When you have that situation, that means kayo mismo, hindi kayo nagkakaintindihan.
Oo.
Di ba? Yun yung ko doon eh. Yun ang kaba ko eh. And then, ito nga, di ba? Alam ko na ang dami sa inyo, uwing-uwi na ng Pasko. Hindi kayo nakauwi ng Pasko ng 2020.
Oo.
Di ba? Hindi kayo yung iba, Pasko ng 2019, 2020, hindi nakauwi.
Meron tayo na yung asawa nandito.
Oo.
Oo.
Di ba? So, situations like that, for OFW, when you're given that vague situation na mas maraming uuwi sa panahon ng Kapaskuhan, how do you do that? How do you do that to the countless of overseas Filipino workers na ang gusto lang naman talaga ay umuwi?
May sinasabi dito si Tita Kat.
Bakit
hindi na lang sabihin na, bahala na kayo, para mas malinaw ang gagawin ng tao?
Sabi nga ni Tita Alpha, sabi niya, ayoko. Ayaw ako ng sharks, makolesterol daw ako. I mean, sorry pero I'm not here to do politics. And maybe I wouldn't even show my color until the time that I'm going to vote. Right? But this is not right eh.
No.
This is not right. Every time we go home, there's always something odd. Yun lang sasabihin ko sa inyo. How equal is it pag may umuwi ng mga OFW? Yung isa, ang sama ng lugar.
Yeah.
Yung isa, nasa 5-star hotel.
Oo, ba't ganon?
Do the math. Do the math.
Hindi pare-parehas.
Do the math. Diba? Kayo mismo, nagbabayad ho kayo, nagbabakasyon ho kayo. Diba? Pareho nasa same lugar. Kunyari, pumunta kayo ng beach. It's on the same beach. Alam niyo yun, diba? It's on the same beach. Medyo pareho naman yung sitwasyon nila. One is on the other edge. The other one is on the other edge too. Pareho yung design. Pareho. Bakit mas mataas yung bayad mo dun sa isa kaysa dito sa isa? Na pareho yung beach na pinupuntahan nyo.
Serbisyo ba yan?
Serbisyo, di ba? So, situations like these, we have to understand very clearly. Dapat nakalagay yun. Why are we better than them? Why can we charge things more than them? Because of the service, the amenities. But if you're talking about the beach, pareho naman yung pinaliliguan nyo eh.
True.
It's the same. Sadly, sometimes nangyayari po yan because there's no clear understanding and those people above don't talk to each other.
No.
Yun yung tanong doon. No. Diba? And alam nyo po, the elections are coming.
Eto na.
ito lang sasabihin ko sa inyo, the elections are coming.
Ito na.
Are we benefiting from what we have now? Or do we want to be benefited or benefiting much more than what we are worth?
Because
Kaya nga ako,
we deserve more.
I always believe, ito lang sasabihin ko, I'm really still a Philippine passport holder. And I still believe that the country can be better than what it is today. But we cannot always find siding because matunog ang pangalan. Because kilala ko siya. 'Di ba? We have to talk about provisions. Ano yung tama sa atin 5-10 years from now? What will be the country? Kayo ba ayaw niyong umuwi? You always tell everyone. Isang kontrata pa. 2 years down the lane, isa pang kontrata.
Oh, next thing you know, you're what? 26 years? 30 years?
Exactly, di ba? So sa sitwasyon na yon, some young people will say, desisyon niya yun, nagtagal siya eh. Imagine nyo, sabihin sa inyo ng anak niyo yun. Tingnan lang nyo, sabihin sa inyo ng anak niyo yun. And sabihin din ng gobyerno natin, desisyon mo naman yan eh. Yes, but if there is an opportunity to stay back home, would you be here?
No.
Yun yung tanong eh, di ba? Would you be here?
If there were more opportunities for us.
Now the question is, itong question dyan. Now the question is, marami sa ating mga kababayan say, desisyon mo nga yan eh, di ba? Yes, it is my decision. But it is also my right to benefit from what my country can offer me.
Yun.
That's a good question, di ba? Yun dapat ang tinatanong. And yun ang dapat na karapatan ninyo. At this point in time when people have already decided who they want to vote without hearing what the platforms are, sorry pero all I can say is that you're emotionally choosing your candidate more of what will benefit the Philippines in the long run. Specifically, not you. Specifically, your kids, your grandchildren,
and the generations after.
And what the Philippines can bring to the population.
That's what Tita Agnes said. Think about the future generations and not only the now.
Yeah. An example to that is Agnes, who was what? Started back home in Pangasinan, started here, because she couldn't see anything better back in the Philippines. She went to Canada. But overall on that, where does your heart belong to? Where you were born and raised. And that's
we still
the
go
Philippines.
back.
Yes, and that is the Philippines. Ang hirap po na nag-iisa dito, alam niyo po yun. Ilang araw, ilang linggo, ilang buwan kayong umiiyak araw-araw nung iniwanan yung unang beses ang inyong pamilya. Tandaan niyo po yun. Go back to where that first day when you were in the Philippines.
The amount of calling cards.
You decided to come and work overseas. The amount of whatever, monetary things is not really what you're after.
Pero yung nagkaroon ka ng emptiness after coming here, that void you were trying to fill in.
Yes. Diba? Tandaan nyo na lang po yun. All I can say is I leave a flat bed right in front of you. Understand the people who will be in front of you, telling you the same stories. Tingnan niyo po, pag nagsasalita ngayon yung mga kandidato, and when they start. Because officially, the door closes in November 15. That's when substitutes can come in to cover for other personalities.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you back out.
Mm-hmm.
So I can only say this. Don't write on the dotted line when you are deciding emotionally, because you don't know, you don't want the other one against the other, against the other, against the other. Look at it in a manner wherein it will benefit your life now, short term, and the long term para sa mga anak nyo, para sa mga apo ninyo. Napag-iwanan na po tayo. Let me just give you this as an example. Ito simpleng-simple po ito. And I don't criticize anyone. But look at this practicality. Kami ni Tita Carrie, we were born in the 60s. During those times, and I'm sure some of you also are listening to us right now, during those times, nakakaranas po tayo ng malalakas na bagyo. Nakakaranas po tayo ng walang tubig. Nakakaranas po tayo ng walang elektrisidad. Hindi lamang isang araw, 2 araw. Mahabang panahon.
Oh.
At anong sinabi ko sa kanya nung isang araw? Sabi niya, bro, dito sa Baguio. Sabi niya, dito sa Baguio, over 2 days na po kaming walang kuryente. Bubukas siya ng isang oras, mamamatay siya kaagad. Di ba? Ito yun, yung dumaan na bagyo sa atin, doon sila tinamaan, di ba, sa norte. Yung mga tao, kababayan natin sa La Union, parts of mga probinsya na malapit po sa Baguio, marami pong tinamaan. But imagine niyo po yun. 50 years after, we're still experiencing it now. We're still experiencing it today. Now tell me the answer. Ito ba'y kagagawan lamang ng isang presidente?
Ilang generations na yun?
Ilang henerasyon na po ang dumaan.
Na-experience ko din yan.
And all we're looking after is what? Personalities. Please po. Ayan o, sabi ni Tita Arlie, hanggang ngayon wala pa ring kuryente. Would you want that to happen to the generation ng inyong mga anak? The generation ng inyong mga apo? Yung ibang bansa po na dati kulelat sa atin.
Look at them
The
now.
infrastructures that they have is
Far better now.
far better now than what we have. So yun lang po. Doon nyo lang tingnan. What you experienced when you probably were 4, 5, and 6 years old. 50 years ago. You're still experiencing it today.
Something's definitely wrong.
Something is definitely wrong. On that note, yan
Diyan
po
po
kami
kami
na
namamaalam.
maalam. We'll catch you again tomorrow. Maraming salamat for staying tuned and understanding that it is vital that this elections in 2022 should be either make it or break it for the Philippines.
You better make it, guys.
Gawin ho natin yung tama at itama po natin ang mali.
Yes.
Again, don't be emotional. Don't be emotional about the decisions that you're going to make and the name you're going to put on that dotted line. Maraming salamat. Catch you tomorrow.
Bye-bye!